guys doing? This is Manus Outdoors. Today we got a new student, Austin, and we're going to show him some of the ins and outs of bow drill. When you're doing a bow drill and you have a personal space, it is good to recon the area and know in the back of your mind where certain resources are. Like, I'm very familiar with this area, so I have the advantage here because I know where down cedars are. I know where very few poplars, down poplars are, and things like that. So knowing those and going into your own personal space and remembering where certain things are is going to help you in the long run. Don't go away.
All right, so like I said, I have an advantage here because I knew that this was here. But this is the eastern red cedar, and this is an incredible resource when it comes to bow drill. Fire in general, even the bark alone can be stripped off and process that out. I mean, into a nice fluffy bird's nest that can even take a ferro rod strike. But we're gonna hew this out. We're gonna have a bit of a heck of a time with this because of the knots that are in it, but we'll get through it. There's a section over there that we can look at as well that might not have as much knots. But like I said, if you get a colder day with all this moisture in the air, you're gonna be my hero. So we're gonna choose where our hearth board is gonna be. You know, we want all that white meat there. These knots are gonna give us a real hard time, so we're gonna try to get kind of right through them. Take our baton here. Just like that, okay? Now I got you started. Now obviously you're not going to be smacking it here anymore. This is why you want a good, thick knife. This is 3/16 of an inch thick because you're going to have to come out here. And then you're also going to have to keep a straight elbow and keep downward pressure on this knife this way. You know, where you're going to have this jacking up this way. So go ahead, come over here where I'm at, or switch it over to this side or whatever. See what you got going on there. You ain't going to break that knife, brother. Push down. Wait. Okay, so once it does start to jack up like this, take your baton, pick the hole, if it's light enough, obviously, and just kind of give that a smack. See, it's getting right. Just like that, and then continue down. Give that ass in a smack. Yeah, you see you're going through the knots now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see real quick. We get enough just to get a small board out of there. I'd be happy. Those knots are going to give you fits, brother.
Sure. Start breaking the baton.
Yeah, it'll fall apart here and there. But you're about 6 inches in. There you go. Want that blade as horizontal as possible when you reset it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really got to press down on that.
Oh yeah, you hear a lot. That's why let me see real quick. That's why what I'll do is let me reset it here.
I'll tell you what though, if you had square grips on that, that would hurt.
Oh yeah, you always want a handle with smooth, round handles. It's even small tasks, you know, carving tasks, things like that. It's got a nice round handle on it. Those square handles of knives are going to dig into your hand and it's going to kill you, man. You're not going to be able to get very much done at all. But see, I'll take my knee, my leg, and I'll brace my elbow against it.
Okay.
And then that allows me just to lock in. And this is going to be for bow drill as well. You know, you're gonna lock your elbow and your wrist in, but it's gonna be like this. So I'm gonna lock that elbow in to my leg, and that just forces me to put that downward pressure into there.
There you go. Now you're going through it.
Right, just lock that elbow in, and that way you're forcing that downward pressure in. Your body weight coming down on this end allows that knot to jack up like this.
Yeah.
Plus, you can get through those hectic knots. All right, hang on.
Coming out a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's no problem. You still got enough meat on there.
Yeah.
All you're gonna do is plane this side out. That's plenty big for a hearthboard, anyways, right here. But I just don't want you to bury my knife. All right, so this is a pretty small board, but it'll work for our hearthboard. Pretty good. Yeah, it'll work. But what I want you to do right now is I want you to put this in your pocket. I want you to where it's completely unexposed to the elements. Your body heat and that cotton that you're wearing, which isn't the greatest material to wear out here, but that cotton that you're wearing is going to soak up all that moisture, so that's a plus. So we're going to work on busting a spindle out of one of these other pieces, and we'll get to running on the board.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's gonna make two. You're gonna get a spindle or two out of that, brother. That's great wood right there. I'll probably more of this one. Yeah, there's a spindle in there for sure. Okay, so this is a pretty good spindle that popped out of that piece of cedar there. The really good thing about this is what we're going to do is we're going to make this the part that's going to run on the board because it's smaller than what's up here. And we'll go ahead and I want you to make this pointed, but not like, you know, you're going to stab something. You can blunt it off. But the reason why you want to point this is because when it's on your bearing block, you want as little friction as possible up here. But, you know, the good thing about what you got going on here is it's bigger up here than it is down here. So the less effort that's going to be up here is the more revolutions it's going to be down here. It's, you know, simple physics. You know, it's smaller down here and bigger up here. The faster you go up here, it's going to be way faster down here. So, all right, we're going to get this into shape and we're going to start running on a board.
He does that all the time. I don't watch him. I like Dual Survival better.
When you drink your own urine, you're
toxic urea in there.
Well, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. It takes twice the amount of water in your body to process that urine.
Not good.
You know, than what you're actually gaining from drinking it. So yeah, the whole drinking your urine thing, don't ever ever do that. That is actually a subject that comes up a lot, though. You know, if I'm ever in a survival situation, should I drink my own pee? No.
Yeah.
Please, no. And don't squeeze elephant shit into your face. Did you see him do that? I mean, he did it years and years ago, but...
Yeah, Bear Grylls is like...
Elephant shit. He drank the water out. He squeezed it into his face to drink the water out of it.
He made that tea out of guinea pig shits.
Oh, I must have missed that one.
I saw that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't really dig the survival show thing. I mean, they're cool. You know, they're something entertaining to watch on TV. And if you get a tip or trick out of it, you know, great. But you know, you can't put too much stock into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially Bear Grylls. I mean,
I don't watch his stuff anymore. After I heard he was like sleeping in hotels. Really?
They got a picture of him inside of a canyon. And he's like looking back at the camera, and he's at a table that is just packed full of cater food, pizza and chicken wings.
Are you serious?
All kinds of crap,
Oh my
and he's
God.
smiling at the camera. You know, it's like they just yelled "cut" after he got out of the debris shelter and
Wow.
went and slammed.
went and had some num-nums.
You know, I mean, honestly, the only one that kind of grandfathered into the whole, like, you know, actually going out on his own and doing it on
Les
his own
Stroud.
was Les Stroud. You know, he got underneath the insurance clause. You know, now like Dave and Cody and Joe Tedeye and Cody, Dual Survival, all that stuff. You know, they have to, for insurance purposes, they have to have, you know, people with them for mercy purposes. All right, now what I want you to do right now is take a look at this. See, what you got going on here is
kinda
a lopsided.
Yeah.
So start, if this is your lop, take off of this side right here, and you'll bring that side right into this right here. So
Oh, okay.
take off of here and bring that lop over. Other than that, it's pretty straight. You're gonna run. That's a hell of a freaking spindle, dude. That's thick. Yeah, don't turn it over into that lop no more. Just keep going back and forth right where you're at. Yeah, dig in. That thing's a wood hog, man. It'll take freaking, especially that light cedar, it'll take it off.
That purple part gets shaved off a lot easier.
Yeah, that heartwood, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it's a lot thinner.
A little bit more brittle. And that's fine up there. Okay, stop. Yeah,
Whoop.
you're doing. You're good right there.
Okay.
But what I want
Yep.
is I want to just even you out here. We don't need it that freaking pointy and sharp either, man. I want it pretty sharp. Like I said, I want to reduce the amount of friction that's on this side. You don't want to start a fire in your hand. You want to start a fire down here. Now this part, that knot might give you a little bit of fits. Just kind of work yourself around just like this. But when we do actually come to a point to this, we're going to level that point out, and it's going to look almost like a soccer ball when we're done with this. All right, go ahead. You're all right. Here we go.
Just
Keep going around in circles on that. Yeah, you make a line, cut the next line, so on and so on.
knots.
Yeah, that's why I use that chest lever on that knot. If you don't know the technique, you don't have to use it.
Yeah, I've never done that before.
I'll teach you it real quick, that's no problem. Okay, if this is a slicing grip, turning the knife over into the palm of your hand, it's called the reverse grip.
Like that.
Okay, well, you're going to put it up against your pecs, just like this, and you don't really want too much to move other than your chest, like this. You know, popping your chest out like that. Pretty safe technique because the knife's not moving, you know?
Yeah.
Just like with a knee brace. You know, if you have a brace against your knee and you're just pulling the material through it, you're just lathing it off. Yeah. So, all right, tuck that up into here, just like that. So, like that, and then push your chest. Yeah, there you go. Pretty much, yeah. Just a little bit of work on that, and you'll get the technique down a little bit better. Like I said, it's better because the knife really doesn't move that much. Just push it out with your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the things where it takes a little work and practice to get the technique down, but.
Just busted that knot out there.
Oh, I know, right? Sometimes those knots and spindles are good because it'll almost act as a stop for your cordage sometimes and things like that.
Shape down. Like that,
Okay, this is the point now where we would keep going around a little bit. Now, see, you've got this far going up here, so that's probably like a good inch. Come up a half inch, and then start going around. So we're halving the distance.
You come up
coming
a half
around.
inch, you said?
Come up a half. So if we started here, we go half and come up and start going around and around and around and around. And that's starting to get that round top to it. Okay, and this thing is, we got some fixing to do on it. So then come up half again. See, it's doming it out.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of coming around the top now. I got some fixing to do on this so you'll run, because that thing is pretty loppy on that side too. Okay. So, I mean, we are going to have troubles out here just because of the moisture that's near and snow and stuff like that. But at this point, I want this. That's a monster, dude. You are a pretty tall guy, so that's good. But I want this protected just like the hearthboard. Okay, so we got some number 36 bank line here. And this is really, really good for bow drills. And the reason why I like it is because paracord, once it gets really hot, this doesn't stretch as much as paracord, first of all. It will stretch a little bit. But once paracord gets hot, it starts getting real brittle. You know, I used to use paracord all the time, but this stuff is just really a lot better. This is, it's nylon, but it's tarred for fishing. They make nets and stuff out of it like that, but it won't rot, that's for sure. Really good cordage. Yeah, I would just take almost an arm, a pull. Alright, so are you good at knots?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We'll just do a bowline right here. So,
Okay.
I'm sorry, hold that again. Do you know a bowline? You would tie it?
Yeah.
Bowling?
We learned all that in fire school.
Nice, fire school, okay, sweet. Bowline knot? Okay, cool. That saves time, I guess.
Yep.
Alright, with this, what I do is I'll do rabbit shoes all around here.
Okay.
And when I do put this around, I'll just kind of hold it in place. And then I'll flip it around. And what the unfortunate thing is I don't have enough to hold on to, so I am kind of cutting towards myself at this point. But just try to do it as safe as possible. I just know somebody's going to comment like, "Oh, you're cutting toward yourself." Well, sometimes I hate to do it, but at this point, I have to cut this way. All right, see what that is. Let's rabbit shoes all the way around.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so what that does is it's had natural bend in it already. I'm going to utilize that. And stretch that pretty taut, wrap it around once, and go under the string.
Do a half hitch on it.
Well, I will in a second, but the reason why I want to do that is when I go under it, that's what it'll lock it in right there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then put my thumb on it, and then you can do 2 half hitches. And this is kind of the cheater hitch. 2 loops around, makes a half hitch. Makes a half hitch. Just gonna wrap that around. Put another 12 hitch in there. All right, man. You ready to rock?
All right.
Cool. Okay. Let's get a place to where we can do this at. All right. So a pretty small heart board though. Oh well. We'll make it work. Now we're gonna burn in, and I'm gonna let you burn it in, but I'm gonna show you the technique that I want you to try to use. Okay. And I want you to step on the board. Okay, try to stay away from that hole. Do not step in that hole, obviously. Okay, and this ankle right here, with this knee pretty much right in behind of it. And one of the reasons why is because I'm not banging into anything, right? You know, plus if I put my foot and I kind of tripod out and I have 3 points of contact with the ground, I'm not going anywhere. I'm really stable. Okay. Now, with all this freaking wool on. It might be hard to do this, but and this is going to get easier to do once you do it a couple times. But it's going to be hard. It's going to be a pain in the butt the first couple times.
I was gonna snap on you.
Yeah, it's happened. Okay, so with the bearing block, like I said, I like to lock that in right there. And the reason why, I see people that do it like this and all kinds of other, but if you're locked in, it's not going to go anywhere, okay? Now I put that in there just like that, and wow, this spindle's huge. And then just slowly start everything going. You can start a little bit of downward pressure, not much at all.
I see smoke.
That's looking good.
I really just wanted to, oh shit. I really just wanted to see what we got.
That's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I think we might have something going on here, brother. I wanted you to do that, but once I started getting into it, I really wanted to see the powder, just to see what our chances are with this. Even with the moisture and all the snow and all that crap, go ahead and pick that board up and get that safe. And that spindle and that hearth, get that out of the elements as much as possible. But
Jacket it.
yeah, put it. All right, brother. We're gonna push the easy button
Yeah.
on this. We're gonna use a multi-tool to cut your notch.
Okay.
I just, teach you the techniques. Not, breaking off a piece of obsidian and doing it that way. That's how I had to do it with by primitive means when I first learned. Anyway, I want you to cut your notch. Yeah, I'll mark it. The more chance that you're going to have to get a coal, the tighter your V is once you get in there. You want it no more than halfway into that hole. You definitely don't want it more than halfway. But just right into that hole and as tight as V as possible. And then we'll go from there. Hey, nice wave. Now I was just kind of marking it. Flip it up like that.
Go ahead and salt.
Yeah, salt.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just marking where I wanted you to do it.
Oop, not salt.
Pretty robins.
Yeah, it'll get stuck and stuff like that. No, I just try to lighten up the saw if it gets stuck like that sometimes. Maybe do a little bit too much downward pressure sometimes. All right, kick it back into the back a little bit because you're not sawing too much back into the back there. You don't have that V evened out. You won't. Your dust won't have anywhere to go.
Kind of angle that one in.
Yeah. You can always start. We'll get this basic V, and then we can always dress it with a blade. But it's just so much easier. And we are kind of running low on time. Here, let me see that. No problem. No problem. Yeah, got a little wide on the V, but no big deal. I'll fix it. I'll fix it as much as I can, at least. We'll just have to go a little bit more
wanna
into
keep
the
it
hole.
more narrow. than that
Oh
V.
yeah, you want a tight V.
Yeah.
That's where the more tight that V is, the more friction you're gonna get when you're running on the drill. And then if you take this backside right here and you make it a recess, that way you're gonna have air coming in here too.
Okay.
And that way you're following the fire tetrahedron of fuel, oxygen, and heat. All right, it's a pretty crazy notch, but we will see what we get. All right, you ready to row? All right, see what we get. Whatever you do, do not step right on that hole. Just wait on that. Here, hand me this. Get set up.
Foot off the side over there.
That's not gonna work. Alright, step right here. You feel like it's gonna be secure? Not gonna rock and roll?
Yeah.
Okay, get your bearing block out, put it on top of your foot. So just like that, just so you can grab it when you get ready. Okay? Now you're gonna this big, so you're gonna be way up here, but alright, so the part that goes on the board goes up first. And then crank that puppy over. Don't get your finger caught in that wrap. There you go. There you go. Lock that wrist in. Yeah, get it so it's comfortable. There you go. Pick that into that bow up. There you go, level. Now, no downward pressure, very lightly, just start running the drill. No downward pressure. And what we're doing right now is we're warming it up. You're getting that friction going. Downward pressure is not needed. Wait till start using full bow strokes all the way. Oh, no problem, no problem, no problem, no problem. No problem, no problem. Here, hang on one second. Let me reset you real quick. I want you a little bit higher up on the
Higher up
spindle.
on that.
Yeah, no problem. There you go. That way you're not going to hit the ground or anything like that. That thing's a little wobbly, but no big deal. Lock that wrist in real good. There you go. Little tiny bit of downward pressure just to keep everything connected. Not much at all. A little bit fast. Not too fast though. Yeah, full bow strokes. A little bit of downward pressure. I'm smelling it. A little bit of downward pressure. Just to gradually keep adding that downward
See
pressure.
smoke.
Gradually start adding pressure. Now your notch is starting to fill with dust. A little bit more pressure because I want the darker color of dust. A little bit more pressure. Push down. Alright, jam it. Rock and roll, dude. Rock and roll. Hard, 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 hard until you gas out. Full bow strokes, full bow strokes.